Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Love Ashe, back at you with another video. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that. Give this video a thumbs up and leave your girl a comment down below. If you want to book a private reading with me, I have private readings available, 15 minutes for 25, 30 minutes for 55 for the month of October. Let's tap in with each other. Fire signs to the front. Fire signs to the front. If you are an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, okay? Or any of the above, any which way, stick around. Let's go ahead and see what's the vibes, what's the tea, what's the energy, what's going on in these spiritual streets for the fire signs, you guys. I'm tapped in. I'm ready to go. I got my blood pumping. Let's see what's going on for y'all. I honestly, the first thing that I'm picking up with y'all's energy, I'm not going to lie, I feel very, motivated, okay? I feel motivated right now. That's the word that's coming through. Motivated, determined. You feel very sure about yourself, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. You guys feel very confident with where you are in life, okay? You feel very determined. Determination is what I'm getting. Okay. I also just heard the word illusion. Let's tap in with each other and see what's going on here for the fire sign spirit. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. What do they need to know for their highest and greatest good? Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. So many cards. Okay. What do they need to know? Yep. Wow. Y'all have some of the same cards as the water signs. We have the King of Pentacles coming out here. We have the Six of Pentacles coming out here. We have the Tower card coming out here. And then we have the Five of Cups in the reverse coming through here. Now, the very first thing that I'm picking up with your energy, this is the determination. This is the determination. This is that drive that I was picking up on. You guys feel you feel very confident and sure about a business. You feel very confident and sure about a money-making idea. You feel very confident and sure about your next move. Some of you guys may be getting back into school. That's something that I'm hearing here. But yeah, you feel very motivated. I feel like you guys have tunnel vision right now. You're blocking out the noise is what I see. You're blocking out the illusions. You guys are maybe even taking a social media detox here. I'm also seeing that as well. Okay. But there's a lot of distractions going on, but I feel like truly, you guys are really tapped in. You're locked in at this point in time. So let's go ahead and dive in a bit deeper. You're doing what's for your highest and greatest good. That's the first thing that I'm getting. Like, every decision that you make in your life right now, you're saying, is this for my highest and greatest good? Is this what's best for me? This is your season of being selfish, okay? I know a lot of times the fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, okay? You guys get pegged as being selfish, the selfish siblings of the zodiac, all right? But I see it more in a sense of you guys are here to teach the water signs, okay? You're here to teach all the signs here about how to give a fuck a little bit more about yourself, okay? How to care a little bit more about yourself. How to put yourself first. So you mirror back to other people in the collective how to be a little bit more selfish, okay? Just like the water signs mirror to other signs how to tap more into their emotions, how to be a little bit more emotionally intelligent, how to be a little bit more empathetic and understanding, okay? And the air signs, Gemini, Aquarius, okay? They're here to teach us how to speak the fuck up, how to speak up for ourselves, how to think things through, okay? How to process information, how to detach ourselves, how to go with the flow, okay? And the earth signs are, reminding us on a consistent basis that we need to get grounded, okay? That we need to get secure, that we need we need a plan. We need to lock in. So there's always an energetic give and exchange here, okay, with the collective energy, which is why I move to these collective readings, right? Because we can all learn something from each other. So I feel like for the fire signs right now, you guys, you may have forgotten the power, okay? You may have forgotten the power of selfishness, of prioritizing one's needs, okay? But Spirit is saying we're going to need you to tap back into that, okay? We're going to need you to tap back into that. We need you to return to self. We need you to remember who you are. And I'm not talking about toxically being selfish, only worried about yourself, hurting, harming other people. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the high octave energy, okay? We're talking about the high energy, not the low vibrational energy here. So if that don't resonate for you, then go ahead and click out, baby, okay? I just feel like you guys are saying, like, I'm being selfish. I'm tired of focusing on everybody else. I don't mean it to be negative. I'm not trying to be petty. I'm putting myself first. I'm protecting my energy. And this is going to let you to step fully into your own power once again. So you might have relationships in your life, romantic, friendships, family, where you just been putting everybody else first. Spirit saying it's okay. They will survive. Take a step back. It's okay to focus on yourself. You don't got to feel guilty about it. For somebody, this is a season to invest in your dreams. So if you've been holding yourself back because of what other people might think about what you finna do in your career, baby, we don't got time for that. It's time for you to put yourself and your goals at the front and center stage. Okay? Somebody is waiting on you to step into your purpose. Spirit also wants you guys to reflect on past choices where you didn't prioritize yourself, so that you can fully learn the lesson that you need to learn to heal any patterns of overgiving and reset your energy kind of moving forward. Selfishness for you in this season of life, it feels sacred. Selfishness for you is your superpower. It's your spiritual protection. Because when you prioritize yourself, when you honor your time and your energy, the universe, God, your spiritual team aligns to support you as well. So people are noticing your confidence right now. They're noticing your clarity right now. Okay. You got that very magnetic energy. Your energy is very magnetic. And if you're wondering when you're going to be rewarded, you're going to be rewarded when you step back into your power here. Let's put some additional clarifiers here. And I feel like there are going to be people who are disappointed. There are going to be people who have attached themselves to you, your light. You guys are fire signs, okay? You are fire signs. But I want you to ask yourself, with this fire, who have you been keeping warm? Okay, because I feel like you guys are going to be leaving a lot of people in the cold, okay, because they've been literally taking advantage. They've been taking advantage of your fire. You've been sitting around here being motivational Mary for everybody else. Meanwhile, your dreams are on hold, on pause. Because there are these people who have attached themselves to your light, to your drive, to your passion in some way. Because your presence naturally warms people up. Your presence naturally inspires other people. Your presence naturally lights up a room. But who's been keeping you warm? Some of y'all been keeping the wrong people warm. People who've been taking advantage, people who've been draining your damn energy, who've been benefiting from your light without pouring back into you. But I'm seeing you pull your energy back. And I feel like that's why the King of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles is showing up here, because you're pulling your energy back to focus on your resources, your stability, okay? Pouring that energy back into yourself. The King of Pentacles is here saying you're stepping into your own power. You're stepping into your own stability, your own security. It's about building something lasting for you. You're building something for you. See, there was a point in time, fire signs, where what motivated you was doing for other people. What motivated you was providing for the family. Motivated you was you helping your best friend so y'all can have a better life. What motivated you was them kids. What motivated you was your mama. Okay? You've always been in this space where there has to be some type of outside motivation. You've been in this space where you needed outside motivation. You needed to be motivated by the kids. You needed to be motivated by your partner. You needed to be motivated by your friends. You needed to be motivated by the idea of taking someone else out of their suffering. That's what used to motivate you. That's what's interesting, because people typically say you lack compassion, right? That's what's so funny. That's why I fuck with the fire signs. I fuck with all the signs. But people say you lack compassion. But that's what makes your fire so magnetic. But that season is over. And because this next season for you, fire signs, this is all about being motivated by you, by the self, by your own vision, by your own purpose, by your own healing. And the Tower card here says that this shift represents totally dismantling everything. You're knocking all of that shit over. Okay? That's what I'm hearing. Like, fire signs is knocking all of that shit over. You knocking everything over. I don't care if it hurts your feelings. I don't care if it make you cry. You know why? Because I'm building my own foundation. You know why? Because I've checked the scales and I've been giving more than I've been receiving. And Spirit is coming through here with the 5 of Cups in reverse, saying you don't got to have any guilt about it. You don't worry about guilt. Guilt is the last thing you need to be worrying about. And here's the thing about fire, you guys. Fire, it burns regardless of who's watching, right? A fire gonna do what? It's gonna burn, right? A fire gonna burn. So fire is you. Fire is your passion. Fire is your drive. Fire, it's your purpose, right? It's your ability to light up the world, right? And water, right? Water signs, we talked about that. Water is emotions. Water is feeling. It's empathy. It's attached. And sometimes it's even other people's energy, right? But I feel like Spirit is showing me that up until now, many of you have allowed other people's emotions to control your fire, to put your fire out. You've let water, aka somebody else's drama, somebody else's guilt, someone else's expectations, dampen or put out like your flame. So fire signs, your message here is that you're no longer letting water control you. You're learning to stand in your fire, stand in your purpose, even while other people are crying. Okay? Even while other people are complaining. Even while they're projecting their fears onto you. You're standing in the middle of the fire like, fire. I thrive in fire. Like, it's like, okay, if you don't like the heat, get out the kitchen type energy. You know? You're learning that you can feel compassion without being consumed by somebody else's emotional chaos. And you're learning how to protect your energy in a way that can keep your fire burning brightly. Okay? So this Tower card, y'all, this Tower card is really like you shaking off people, situations, and emotional attachments that was just putting out your fire. Like I said, like just burning the whole building down. Like, you got to go. You got to get out of here. Okay? You got to go. Like, I'm not doing that with you. So let's go ahead and pull some additional messages here for the fire signs. Fire signs. Absolutely. Okay. So bottom of the deck, we have here conflict, disagreements. Okay. I feel like this is connected to the Tower card here. Okay. This is connected to the Tower card energy here, where you just been wrapped up in everybody else's shit. Okay. We have isolation, solitude, exclusion, withdrawal, lonely. This is your energy. Okay. This is your energy. We're going to see why this is coming out for you. We have, if I can't have you, no one can. So what I'm hearing with this immediately is that somebody or there are situations where people have tried to isolate you. You know how they talk about like isolating a fire, like a big fire. They talk about like isolating the fire, to contain it. The word I'm hearing is contain a fire. Correct me if I'm wrong. But there's something here about people trying to contain your fire through isolation, isolating you, okay? New friend or partnership. Sagittarius coming through here. Hey, Sag. Then we have control. Yeah, attempt to manipulate or control this person's actions, thoughts, or decisions. Then we have spiritual gift activation and full moon. We do have a full moon that is happening in a fire sign in Aries, I believe October the 6th, okay? And I feel like there's some really big spiritual activation that's happening for my fire signs at or around this full moon in Aries, okay? Specifically helping you to step into your power more fully, okay? Let's go ahead and dive into these additional messages here, all right? So Sagittarius is on the board here, so you guys could really, really resonate with this particular energy. You could have a new friend or partnership coming in that is a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, okay? Or this could be the energy of the person that is trying to put out your fire. Take it how it resonates, okay? So, bottom of the deck here, conflicts, disagreements. Again, this is directly connected to that Tower card energy. And this is just like confirmation, I feel like, that some of you guys have just been wrapped up in other people's drama, their mess and all of that, and just carrying other people's bullshit. Now, for some of y'all, this is how you're feeling right now with isolation here. This is how you are feeling right now. You're feeling very lonely. You are feeling withdrawn, okay? You're just feeling very isolated. And for others of you, this is what people have been trying to do to you. I keep hearing contain the fire. Okay, contain the fire. And it's like they're trying to isolate like a wildfire from spreading. Like, I just see like a forest on fire. And it's like they're trying to isolate a wildfire from spreading. So there are people, there are energies at play that have been trying to isolate you or contain your light to keep you from expanding because your fire is so powerful. Okay? And then here with, if I can't have you, no one can have you. So this is, control, right? We have control coming out as well. Manipulation. Some of you have relationships or friendships or environments where people try to claim your energy, get dibs on your energy here, keep you small, or like cut off connections so that you can, only depend on them, cut off other people so they can have access to your light to themselves. As you release people trying to contain you, new connections, and aligned friendships and partnerships, I feel like they're going to start to come in for you guys as well. So this full moon, I feel like you guys are really going to feel some type of shift. And that's when a lot of these false connections, these false attachments, these manipulation, these manipulators, they're going to be broken away here with the Tower card here. But that's also when your spiritual gifts will activate on a higher level because you're finally not, letting yourself be contained anymore. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull some additional cards for you guys and then close out. Let's pull from this deck. From this deck here. All right, fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Okay. All right. So what do we have for y'all? We have part of fortune increase. Beautiful. We have Pisces, I believe. And then we have Grand Cross Provoker. Okay. So, another thing that's coming through here for you guys is Pisces is really standing out to me. I'm not going to lie. And I'm a Pisces, but I'm going to keep it real. You could be having issues with Pisces or like Pisces energy. I talked about this in the water sign reading, where, me being a Pisces, we have the tendency to, stay stuck in like victimhood, a victim mentality, oh my God, why is this happening to me? Oh, woe is me, I have to sacrifice this for everybody. I have to this. We have a way of leaning into victimhood really easily. So we have to make sure that we're really conscious of taking accountability and not holding on to people's shit, But I feel like, Pisces, as well as about intuition and empathy and spiritual depth here, right? Being ruled by the 12th house, Neptune. So Spirit is reminding you that while this is your season to be selfish, to step into your divine fire, okay? Make sure that you're still carrying the wisdom and the lessons and the things that you've learned from tapping more fully into your emotions, okay? Because I feel like Pisces energy as well is here to help you to trust in your intuition as you navigate new relationships, connections, friendships, partnerships, where other people may try to manipulate or contain you again. And then here with the part of fortune, your efforts are paying off, okay? With part of fortune increase, this is all the work that you've done, all the boundaries that you've set, all the times where you've chosen yourself over others. This is what's bringing you in abundance. This is what's bringing in the growth, the stability into your life. Because again, increase. Your fire is increasing. Your light is expanding. Your power is even multiplying, I'm hearing. So this is, a reward for you guys for being in alignment with your purpose, for not being afraid of your fire expanding in some way. And with Grand Cross Provoker here, this is like, this energy is like challenge. It represents tension or like opportunities for growth, but it comes through a lot of difficulty, a lot of challenge, a lot of discomfort, okay? And so I feel like when the provoker energy shows up here for you guys, Spirit wants you to constantly be getting out of your comfort zone, okay? To shake you up, to challenge you to activate your highest potentials. And so this is the confirmation that, this conflict here, this isolation, the control, these things are challenging you to activate something, to, push you towards your next level, to provoke your fire to shine even brighter. Some things are meant to get you a little bit more razzle dazzle. You know what I'm saying? I want to pull for the fire signs. I love your reading. I want to pull from the fire signs really quickly here. I know I didn't do this for the other signs. Don't be mad, okay? But I want to pull from here and see some ancestral or ancient messages, okay? I want to pull from this deck for you guys really quickly and close out because I feel like you guys, you need it, okay? You've been through a lot. All right. Let's see. Additional messages for the fire signs. Okay. Yeah. Okay. A lot of cards. We're going to take them. Yeah, look at that confirmation. Y'all, look, you've done the healing. Now do the building. That's the King of Pentacles. That's the King of Pentacles. It's time to build, create a new life for yourself. Trying to manifest love, but avoiding self-love. This card came out on here on the Grand Crosser. This could be a lot of experience. You guys are experiencing this friction in your romantic relationships, okay? And so Spirit wants you to be selfish. Look, self-love. Focus on yourself at this time if you're having difficulties in love. Or even if you're in a relationship, okay? You need to be focusing on your love, on yourself, on pouring into you right now. Look, they're studying you while you're trying to forgive them. Again, like I said, you've been in this space, again, where you've been really working on empathy, working on giving, working on pouring into other people. But it says here they're studying you while you're trying to forgive them. That's why Spirit is coming through like, don't be guilty. Don't feel guilty about leaving them high and dry. Because these people are in competition with you. They want to contain your light. They want to compete with your energy. Okay? Consistency is your protection. You keep charging others, but you're on 2%. Okay? Ignoring Saturn's lessons. So Saturn's lesson here for you guys is how to, in regards to you keep charging others, but you're on 2%, This is about you having balance. Saturn is teaching you balance, okay? Some of y'all could have your Saturn in Libra, okay? You could have your Saturn in Aquarius. You could have your Saturn in, you could have your Saturn in Aquarius. You could have your Saturn in Pisces. Okay. But yeah, Saturn is teaching you how to pour into others, but make sure that it's reciprocated energy here. Okay. As well as I feel like, you need to be prioritizing self-love over romance. Okay. So focus on building within your inside before you're trying to manifest external love. That's why things are not panning out for you. All right. So Saturn is here to teach you discipline, to teach you patience and responsibility. Those are things that are going to amplify your fire. Okay. And that's, again, the Grand Cross, the provoker. So yeah. And then we have, you hex yourself when you second guess what you know. You hex yourself when you second guess what you know. Again, this is you dimming your light. This is you putting out your own fire, which is why Pisces energy is here to help you to trust in your intuition, to trust in your inner knowing. So this is your time, fire signs, to reclaim your power, to prioritize yourself, and to let that fire burn. Let it burn bright. Let it burn big. And the universe is backing you up. Your spiritual team is guiding you. And the only thing that can hold you back is allowing anyone to dampen your fire. So that is the reading. That is the message. Y'all let me know in the comments how it resonates with you and your situation. If you want to book a private reading with me, the information is, as always, it's going to be pinned down below. We're going to move on to the air signs, okay? So I'll see you guys back here for the air signs. Talk real soon.